Hello, and welcome back. I'm Vic, and this obviously isn't Subnautica, but you are watching yet another Let's Play channel. So, don't panic. Subnautica will continue, but Pacific Drive did just come out, and I felt like doing sort of an episode on it. And I say sort of an episode. This is not going to be my usual constrained to 30 minutes thing. And I'm also not starting at the beginning of the game because I have no intention of doing a full playthrough. So what we're going to do is I just went out and really got my ass handed to me on a mission, and I need some supplies to get repaired up and maybe to upgrade some of my armors. So we're going to go out and we're going to do a run and just chill in the not very chill driving simulator. So let's see. If you watched the Jacksepticeye episode, and he's the only of the YouTubers I follow that's done an episode, I'm really not that far ahead of him story-wise, but I have been doing a lot more resource gathering, so I have many things that he did not have access to. I got me the good tires. Those are the off-road tires, and off-road is, frankly, where you spend a lot of your time, even though this is a station wagon and not an SUV. I've got the wind turbine to charge up my batteries, got a couple extra storages, and I've got the hydro generator. And then this bumper back here is an active defense against some of the anomalies that stick to the vehicle. And my headlights are on. Why are my headlights on? Oh, that's right. I had a quirk that I had to deal with, which I have repaired. And the car actually has an unrepaired quirk that I'm going to keep because I think it's fun. So we are in pretty good shape. We're going to go out at night. I don't know if I want to go out at night. But what else are we going to do? Not go out? Newsflash Seattle, January 29th, 1968. Today sees the opening of a landmark class action lawsuit by government employees who allege that the state of Washington knowingly sent them to perform what they are describing as profoundly dangerous and extremely unhealthy duties that have resulted in a long-term illness one pool. So I don't really know what this machine is exactly. I get weird messages here, and I have an option to inventory, but I don't get it. I just know that I have it. No, we don't need to look at that. And yeah, we might as well just get going, huh? Well, what kind of routes do we have available? And you can see from the messes here that I have been doing my usual sort of dogged, I'm going to check things out instead of doing what you told me to do game. I mean, if I want to go somewhere new, I could do that. Do I want to do that? The stability anchor energy in lots of these places is not great. I wonder, does it stay low? No, I haven't been to some of these places and it's still low. This one could be low because I've been there. Maybe it'll recover. I hope it recovers. I've been grabbing up a lot of energy. Well, I guess if I'm going to find a decent amount of energy, I gotta go here. And I have two possible routes. Oh, let's see. Do we want to go with heavy far, or do we want to go with perpetual stability? I wonder. Alright, well, let's go do the thing. I guess it's going to be noisy out there. C'est la vie. Actually, did I remember to empty my inventory? I did. I'm still carrying a lot of shit. But that's how I roll. I don't really need to be carrying all that food. Let's put this one away. And you're probably full, right? Yeah. Good thing I am good at the hoarding. Alright, let's do it. Oh, what's going on back there? Oh, did you notice it? You got to see the quirk. What's going on back there is that the door is open. Alright. Now we can go. Off we go. So, engine on. Out. No. I do this a lot. Out of park. Headlights on. And rock and roll. I think my car might be getting a little heavy. It feels a little sluggish coming off the line. But I don't yet have the stuff for the engine with the more horsepowers. So I've just got a deal. And I also need to be a little bit careful on these slick roads because all the off-road tires don't do great on roads. But maybe it won't be raining when we get to the place. Nice. Alright. So what do we got? We got a couple of energy nodes, and we got a little bit we can dig into. That, I think, might be a charging station. That'll be nice. So let's hit the left fork first, I think. Well, so much for the storm, I guess. But that's okay. Because rain recharges my battery, so I can afford to have my headlights on. Otherwise, this would be a pretty lousy episode to be recording. Calm down on the gas, Vic. My first car was not exactly this flavor of station wagon, but it absolutely was a station wagon from this era. So these guys are kind of fun. Jack didn't figure this out. But if you throw shit at them, you can set them off. And they drop stuff. So I make sure to always throw shit at them. And I'm not sure why, but they go off more reliably when the flare is lit. And that's the good stuff. I have not found another source of thermosaps as yet. Oh yeah, and that happens sometimes. I'm really not sure why the flares come back at you, but I'm pretty sure also that they're not coming back at you, they're just landing. And sometimes they land near you. So those guys were an anomaly. They're described in the game as moving when you're not looking at them, which I would say doesn't appear to be exactly true, but may not be far off. It's not that they move when you're looking, it's just that when you're not looking, they're not necessarily moving. They do also... Oh, and that's definitely an anomaly, obviously. But yeah, their movement seems to be triggered by certain environmental events, such as taking a stable anchor. And this is an abductor. He's a classic. The game describes him as dragging you into dangerous situations, but really he just seems to kind of drag you somewhere nearby. And I'm just waiting to see how far his route extends before I try and rush by him. And I am really, really sluggish. So that was tighter than I wanted it to be. Alright, now there's a light down there that I'm kind of curious about. So let's go check it out. And yes, I'm going to leave my dark car in the dark. Oh, it's another anomaly. That's a particularly nasty anomaly, in my opinion. It does it's a heavily irradiated area. Sometimes they move around, which is what makes them really nasty, in my opinion. And it can damage the car, too. I mean, many of the anomalies can damage the car. I don't know why I'm making a big thing out of that. And I'm not going to read the anomaly encounters log, because I don't want to. I mean, I do want to, but I don't want to read it on camera. I will enjoy it on my own time, as you should do with this game. I am probably going to have to remember to turn down the sound on this one. I switched audio compression methods a while back, and when I did that, I found that I didn't need to compress most game audio anymore, but this is definitely going to be a loud episode. I'm just going to rush this guy. And I'm going to rush this one too. Alright. And that actually is also an anomaly. It's called a bollard, and they just kind of do that. Gonna leave the lights on this time so that I can find the car a little easier, because we're going a bit far afield this time. But first, how about some salvage? Alright, you guys just calm down. This is maybe not a great spot for me to leave the car while I do this. It is this way, right? And you will see why I'm concerned about that. Huh. In a minute. Alright, I haven't figured out why this happens yet. Like, we just got... Oh, wow, there's a bunch. Just got random resources lying on the ground. Why are they here? Got something to do with you? Don't think so. Now, what does my map say? Yeah, should be off this way. Now, if you watched the trailers, I think they do kind of hint that that you as the driver, wow, it's kind of dark, but that's what I'm looking for, are tied to the car. And I would have thought that that meant that I was only allowed to get so far from the car. But if that is the case, it's a much larger leash than I expected to be on. And I am now being irradiated, so this part, I need to hurry. Not only am I being irradiated, but there is more anomaly activity now. And I think it's reacting to the anchor. Ooh. Damn it, I lost the anchor. Where did the anchor go? Did it get destroyed? Did you jerks destroy the anchor? Alright, I'm gonna get back in the car because I think I might be harmed by this wind in a minute. And I don't see the anchor anywhere. Did they destroy it? I haven't seen that happen before. And I'm more than a little annoyed because I need that shit. And that's not it. That's an anomaly. Maybe it just doesn't show up on my map anymore. Let's go have a look. There is definitely a whole lot that I do not yet understand about the game. I've never had an anchor taken away from me like that. So that certainly is new. The Mailman number 2. I don't think I've read The Mailman number 1. I don't want to read number 2. Alright, well, I'm just going to assume that I lost that anchor for good, which sucks. So the thing about anchors... Oh, there it goes again. So as near as I can tell, the quirk is when I get into the car, it greets me sometimes. Which I think is cute and fun, and I don't want to fix it. So now I guess I'm going to loop around the other way and gather up some goodies. And maybe get some anchor energy this time. Oh, but first... I can go screw with these guys. You might not be the jerks that took away my anchor, but you are anomalies. Okay, see, I think those might have moved while I wasn't looking. But it definitely isn't the norm. There's a... Oh, and see, there's my flare way the hell over there. Is he going after it? That would be fun. If I hurry, I can get past this abductor. Can I hurry? I don't know why I even started a timer for this episode. I'm just going to play until the mission's over, which could be 2 hours. I have done some 2-hour missions, but I'm hoping for not a 2-hour mission this time. 5 a.m. It would be nice if the sun came up. I would be down for that. I knew as soon as I heard about this game that I was going to enjoy it. I am a big fan of the Stalker series, and this has a lot of similar flavor, right? There's a zone of dangerous things that you're not allowed to go into, and I'm fucking in it, seeing the dangerous things and gathering up goodies. There's a little bit of a base building element, which doesn't hurt. But it's pretty minimal, so it doesn't really get in the way of the gameplay. And of course, there's a whole lot of resource gathering, which just tickles my instincts. Alright, so there's a something down there. What I would like to do is grab the anchor first, and then see about some of these other things. But frankly, that's kind of a dumb thing to do. Because grabbing the anchor it's just going to piss the environment off some more. So let's get a little off-road on. Oh, this is where I'm planning to off-road, but it's not a good candidate. So actually, let's not do that. And Jack routinely forgets to turn his engine off. I'm going to chalk that up to him being a person that doesn't drive in real life, so he doesn't think about it. But that thing is just sitting there burning gas while you're out shenaniganing. So turn off the engine. Gas is not unlimited. Although, one of the nice things about the game, it is extremely configurable. You can turn on or off all kinds of difficulty things to bring it closer into alignment with the way you want to play it. Where the hell is the inn? Did I walk past it because I was worried about the radiation? I did. One time I came into one of these and I got ambushed by one of those mannequin anomalies. They're called tourists. And, obviously, just like when I throw shit at them, he exploded. Only that time, it was in my face. And I was, as you can imagine, less than amused. Alright, so what do we got here? Gears for paint? Gears for gas cylinders. That's not a bad trade, but I'm doing just fine on gas cylinders right now, so not going to worry about that. I am going to grind up some of these goodies here. I'll just leave that there for now. One thing that I suppose some folks might find annoying is that you need a bunch of tools in order to interact with various things. You need the big grindy boy that I just brought out, which is a scrapper. And then you also need a pry bar and a hydraulic hammer. I think that's what it's called. And in order to make the hammer thing, you need those gas cylinders, which Jack had not a great time finding out on his first little outing. And they're weirdly intermittent. Like, sometimes you find a whole bunch of them, and sometimes you go just forever without finding any of them. So that wasn't him being a dumb. That was just the game. Oh, that was my active defense by accident. Yeah, that wasn't him being dumb. That was just the game being a dumb. And here we go, through the bad stuff. And that just chews up all the bits. Because if you haven't watched the Jack play, all the pieces of the car, the wheels and the side panels and the doors and the windshield and the hood and the engine and the bumpers, they're all consumables. They get damaged by things that happen out here in the world, and you have to repair them. Alright, now this is going to be a problem. I'm going to leave those on for now. These guys are going to be a problem. So now they don't have to be a problem anymore. I need a mess of those. It would be nice if I could find a better source. And there's already a bunch of anomalies over here. So if I do this, it might be trouble. Not that that's going to stop me from doing it. Yep. Here we go. Trouble. And now all of my stuff is eroding. So now that I have some energy, I can open a gateway and go back to the garage and be done with my episode. But that's not the mission that I set. So it's not the mission that I'm going to do. And because the special property for this region is perpetual stability, I won't get, or I don't think I should get, a storm, which sometimes makes things very uncomfortable. Which means that I could spend some time doing a little bit of a scavenge before I leave. So why not do a little bit of a scavenge then? Now this house is going to be irradiated. So I need to not dilly or dally. There we go. What's up? Alright, it's pretty wild in here. And I'm being warned that I'm being actively irradiated. Fortunately, radiation exposure in the game doesn't seem to come with any long-term consequences. At least, not that show up in the time frame that I've been playing. Which, knowing what I do about radiation exposure, I shouldn't rule it out. And because I'm a sadist, good. Get in there. Thank you. I'm not going to worry about the houses behind me. And I don't think I'm really in need of a battery recharge, because it will be light out soon. So I'm not going to worry about that either. But we might as well go up here and check out these places. And see what's going on in there. Ah, yes. Oh. Yep, that's a thing that happens sometimes when you're not paying enough attention and there's an anomaly underneath you. See, it's just like, it's non-stop. All the time, there's something. I don't know what that noise signifies. That was a good one. Ugh, I don't want plastic, though. Give me the good stuff. Is that a good stuff? No. Oh, hello. Are you guys all wound up now, huh? I heard something land. I don't think it's a good stuff. No. Oh well. Yeah, so those guys are moving around while I'm not looking a little more than I'm accustomed to. Maybe because I shot off my mouth about them, or maybe because I attacked them. But I've been attacking them before, that's not a new thing. Alright, what do we got in here? This is where the gas cylinders usually occur when they do occur. But they don't generally occur... Ah, yes. Outside of this particular locker. And if you're going to find them, the locker is almost always locked. Maybe even always locked. Good haul. Let's move along. And I think I'm gonna dump what I got. Yeah. Good. See, I'm carrying spares of all my important stuff. That is a really good idea. Because the last thing you want is to find yourself out here without the tools that you need to gather the stuff you need to make the tools that you need. You know what I mean? Alright, so we got a storm coming toward me. That's fun. So what do you say we head on out? I don't know that I'm going to avoid the storm completely, but just do my best. There is a lot more scavenging that I could be doing, but I'm not seeing the things that I need. So it's not super worth the wear and tear on my tools. We might as well just move on to the next region. Oh, but those are really useful. Actually, yeah, I need that. So what kind of storm have we got? Sounds windy. Or like bees. Let's go see what we can do. afore the storm arrives. Just go ahead and grab these. All right. Dumpster Pearl. Dumpster Pearl is very good. Where's the storm? It is upon me. It's a windy. Alright. Yep. I'm just going to ride this one out. And my battery's going to charge, so that's nice. So the marker over here is a gateway that I could use to leave, but I need to go over here to get to the destination that I picked on the map. And I'm just going to stop this timer because I'm not doing timer today. And I keep looking at it as if that matters when it does not. There's a gateway there, but you can't be too close to it when you turn it on because, I mean, gameplay reasons, right? That would make it too easy to get to the gateway. And then you wouldn't have to deal with the whole collapsing zone mechanic. By the way, you can turn the collapsing zone mechanic off, so if you don't want to deal with it, you don't have to figure out how to cheese the game, you can just not deal with it. And I do appreciate that flexibility. Although I do kind of wonder how much of that serves to undermine the experience that they wanted for you, you know? Alright. Now, this actually is one of the things that I really, really need. Or it could be. It's not actually, is it? Yeah, damn. Sometimes these stands have lead plating on them, which is what I need in order to build the round of upgrades that I want. I'm going to put lead panels on all of these suckers so that the car can handle being in storms more. Because I think if I can endure some storms, I might see some interesting and important things. Yeah, I can see well enough. I'll just leave the headlights off for now. You might notice that my car has some decorations. The steering wheel is a little unusual for cars of this era. And I've got a little bobblehead dog up front there. And then I've got the Last Starfighter hood ornament. I think those all came with the deluxe edition, along with some other cosmetics that I've chosen not to take advantage of. I read somewhere that you can actually modify the chassis itself of the car. And I haven't seen any chassis mods, but I wonder how extensive those are going to be. Like, can I make it into a different kind of car? Because that would be pretty neat. And I like the idea that that might lead to some third-party mods so that I can, like, turn it into a 4Runner or something like that. I don't remember exactly when the first model year of 4Runner is, so that might not be chronistic, which is the opposite of anachronistic. But I do like me a 4Runner. Okay, well, since we are not doing the gateway thing, this is our way out of the zone. It's just a checkpoint at the edge of the zone and into the next one. The green light signifies that the road is passable, and so pass it we do. And I think because I didn't use a gateway out, that region won't suffer a collapse and get scrambled, which might mean for problems for me because I did take all of the energy. Angry abductors. Well, what are they going to do if they're angry? They're going to be more violent or something. There's an angry abductor now. And there is what I am looking for. Charge required. So I need 0.7, which means I collected 0.6, which is pretty lousy. I don't know how much more stable energy I actually need in order to research the things that I want. That was a major oversight on Jack's part when he did his episode. He did not collect the excess energies, and so he didn't have any to do researches. And so let that be a lesson to you, which, if you're hanging out with me, you probably should have picked up already. And that is, if there's stuff to grab the stuff. I don't know that I've said it in exactly that fashion before, but you know how it is. Can I? Oh, I can. I've never tried to do one of those before. And what if I do a light up one? Well, they don't drop very much. Whatever. Got me some lead plates. That's what I was here for. Alright, and now my outside storage is going to start coming into play. Did you notice that I backed up there? Oh, see, look at that. So that over there is called a left-right anomaly, and it scrambles the controls for your car and does things to you. So I'm betting that if you let that abductor grab you, he drags you over to the left-right, and then you get fucked with a little bit more. So, I mean, like, annoying, sure, but not that big a deal, really, right? Okay, so I am not going to bother with that house way out in the middle of nowhere, because it looks like getting there would involve some hill climbing, and I'd prefer to avoid that when I can. So we'll just head on down the road to this place instead. And I need to pay attention to my gas. How is my gas? Still above halfway. I have a couple of jerry cans and they are full. So I am definitely not hurting for gas. But it is important to keep an eye on it. Because when you are metaphysically tied to a car, I can only assume bad things happen when you let that car run out gas. Know what I mean? And the gateway is not a simple teleport back home, so even that is not an escape. Fortunately, gas is reasonably abundant as long as you're on the lookout for it. You can sometimes find it in the wrecks on the side of the road, and if you're out in the wilderness, there will be little oil cans that are full of it. Well, that have some in it. They're not full, but they are not empty either. And that guy probably doesn't have anything, but let's have a look. Oh, there's a little bit in there. So are my jerry cans actually full? Yeah, they are. They are totally full. But what I can do is empty this one a little bit, just to err on the side of not running out of gas. Nice timing. Alright, that was more gas than I thought. Sweet. And you might have noticed that when I close the rear hatch there, that I usually back up. You can hit yourself in the head with the hatch and it hurts you. And I respect the realism. Now these guys are interesting. I've grabbed a couple of them before, but I don't think I talked about them. They call them pneumatic deposit boxes, but they kind of pop up. And sometimes I've seen them pop up and it's like they teleport in. And I don't know where they come from or why, and I don't know if that's something that's going to get explained at some point or not, but it definitely adds to the weirdness. I kind of have this idea that somebody is sending them to me, in which case I would like to know who that is and why, because although I've been in communication with several people, none of them has claimed to be sending me supplies. And I suppose it's possible that the zone itself is sending me things, but considering that the zone, it can be broadly interpreted to be hostile, that seems unlikely. That is too fast. And that's what I have that for. Alright, well, I think ordinarily I would not bother with this little town, so I don't know that it's going to have much that I need, and I am already fairly fulled up. But why not? You know, I don't need gas, so why bother trying to park? Look at that, right in the middle of the road. That's so rude. Yeah, see, they frequently have some gas in them. So if you're hurting, as long as you're paying attention, you can get took care of. And the gas station, obviously, has much gas. Oh, a friendly dumpster. Don't mind if I do. I need lots of that stuff too. I do already have a bunch, so I don't need it as badly as I need lead. What do we got here? Oh, it's unreadable. The thing that I harvest the lead plates from is a little bit unusual, because most of the stuff that I find in containers like this. There are a few things that I can also get by breaking things down, but for the most part, as near as I can tell, the things that I get from breaking things down also occur in containers. I don't know if it's just like a biome thing or what, but the lead plates are a bit unusual in that regard. And what I mean when I say maybe it's a biome thing is like, you know, currently I'm in the outer zone and I clearly have a mission to get to the mid zone. Could be that lead plates do appear in containers in mid zone. Alright, so what else we got near here? Oh, there it goes again. So those are science-y things up ahead. Let's go that way. I don't need to explore the whole town. And I'm not driving through that. I might accidentally tag the edge of it. Nice. Ooh. Oh, there's more lead plates. See, that thing almost discouraged me from getting what I need. I think I'm gonna clean this out and go check out the science-y buildings. And then it'll probably be time to move along home. What is that? What is that? Pacemaker? What's pacemaker? The abductors don't interact with it, which isn't terribly surprising. Never seen a pacemaker before. Don't know what I would put in it. I don't think I have any hearts, and that's not how pacemakers are supposed to work. Lead. Give me the lead. I must get the lead out of you so that I can put it around me. All right. And oh, nice. I see you. Yeah. You do not get to escape. Alright. Did I check this trunk? I did not. Nice. Okay, so let's see what the deal with that pacemaker is, huh? Anomalies? Pacemaker. Most of the time, even the majority of the time, the zone makes a mess of everything. It's pure chaos out here. But sometimes, just sometimes, its eternal rearrangement creates something coherent, even useful. This time around, it looks like those useful things are reconstructions of some of our own equipment and inventions, built back into something that's actually functional. They look and behave just like several early prototypes from our first LIM labs. But at the same time, it's also as if they've been assembled clumsily by a child, or by someone trying to understand how this technology works, someone improvising, someone learning. Here I am trying first to understand LIM tech and then zone, so yet sometimes I wonder if something inside it isn't also trying to learn about us. Well, that doesn't tell me anything about what to do with it, does it? I mean, it's got an inventory. It seems I could put things in it. So what would I put in it? 3x3. I don't really have 3x3 things. What do I know about that's 3x3? I don't think I'm carrying a spare tire, so I can't check that, and I don't really want to pop the tires off. Those are 2x2. Tires might be 3x3. I'm not screwing with it. Let's go over here. So I guess if you haven't watched the Jack episode, I should probably talk about LIM tech. Because that seems to be both the source of the problems here and also the solution in many cases. As near as I can tell, back in prehistory, one of the people that you talk to over the radio, her name is Oppie, was a scientist doing some work in the region on this LIM technology, which is incredibly potent but also incredibly non-specific. And then the zone happened. So Limb Tech is what did the bumper thing I've got that knocks the guys off me. And it also is the thing that charged my battery back at the garage, I think. So it's really sort of ambiguous about, like, oh, that was a little close, what specifically this stuff is, except that it's disruptive. But yeah, Oppie apparently was working on it, maybe developed it, was deploying it out here, and then shit happened. And now shit is happening. That's a storm, and is it coming toward me? I think it is not. Oh no, I don't want to be in there. Wow, I just almost drove straight into that. Let's not do that. I was too excited about the anchors. Alright. So as you can see, I think the car actually handles and maneuvers better off-road right now. Ooh. This has been a very fruitful mission. I am pleased. What are you guys doing? Why are you coming after me all of a sudden? Those guys are all scrambled up. Are these the angry abductors I've heard so much about? Oh my god. I've never had such an abductor experience. And it's radioactive here too. I don't... No, they do come after me, too. This is bad. This is real bad. I'm gonna get got. I wish they would take that thing and play with it somewhere else. But I think maybe they're distracted by it, so... Well, just kidding. Oh man, I need that. And I also need this. Come on, just let me gather this stuff up. I hope they're not stealing my things as I create them, but I kind of feel like they might be. Definitely some of my things are getting away. Alright, so I got the stuff. I need to grab this anchor, and this is going to be ugly. There's another one right there. But I can only carry one at a time. Here we go. Yeah, so you see those, the way those guys made a beeline for the anchor station? And I think they might be following me now. But I'm not sure. Ah, none for you. And that sound means that a storm is coming. Stop looking at the timer, you turned it off. So a storm can be a problem. It's not going to be much of a problem for me because I am about to get the hell out of here. No, 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 don't do that. Oh, come on. Really? Alright, screw it. Alright. So I did the thing. And now I need a gate. Oh, no. There's more energies for me to get. It's not gate time. Alright, well, let's go get some more energies. Yeah, the storm is not great, but it's not the worst. So what I'll do is I'll grab that energy and then I'll head back this way and use the gate there. That'll be good. Yeah, these off-road tires are fantastic. It's definitely still possible to lose control and stuff in the off-of-road, but much, much improved. You know what? I don't think I've scanned that truck. There we go. Box truck. Oh, wow. Okay, I'm coming back for that. Actually, I might as well just eat this, right? Yeah. Food equals health. That's how that works. Spare tire. I do not care about spare tire. Spare tire is ass. Alright. So, I need to get moving because when the storm hits, things are going to get uncomfortable for me and my vehicle. And you can see that yellow circle encroaching on the map. A, that's the incoming storm, and B, when I trigger the gateway, the storm will be greatly accelerated. Which means that the end of this round is going to be my car getting irradiated. Fortunately, we've been doing real good so far, so a little bit of radiation damage will not be the end of the world. Oh. I should put that away also. Let's see. Now keep that one, put away the more gooder one. And here we go. Yep, and then things get exciting. So we're just going to go ahead and trigger that guy right now. And now the fun begins. And this is the part of the game where you, as they say, drive like hell. Because it's just a matter of time until shit gets fucked. There's one of those gas cans I told you about. There's another one. And there is the encroaching storm catching up to me. And you can see from the flickery lights on the panel that I'm now taking damage over time. But it's not real bad, so we're okay. And the red boundary there is the stability of this region collapsing. And I have never let it catch me. I assume that it is death, but I don't know that. And I don't intend to find out. So I'm going to drive into a bollard. Great. Goodbye, abductors. Alright, well...
Looks like you're getting the hang of things. Well, once you get that unfortunate driving under control.
Oh, come on. There was just that one little thing at the end, Oppie. And there you go. That is the gameplay loop for Pacific Drive. So now what I'm going to do is unload all the goodies that I grabbed up, gas the car up, make some repairs, and then get back out there and do it again. But I'm not doing that right now. So come back and see me again tomorrow. Subnautica will resume. I'll talk to you soon.